According to the Time magazine and the New York Times newspaper, there have been 290 mass shootings since 2013 following the Sandy Hook massacre. 239 of these 290 shootings were at schools. Some of them are written above. In just the school shootings alone, 438 were shot and 138 were killed. Many argue that these shootings could have been prevented if we had better regulated gun laws. I'm not saying this is false, but one thing I do know is that we need to bring more awareness to students and teachers about what they should do in these types of situations. So without further ado, here is what to do in an active shooter situation. Every time a teacher is talking to me and my fellow classmates about what to do in an active shooter situation, a very common question that comes up is, what should I do if I'm in the bathroom? If you're like me, you probably heard multiple different responses from different teachers. So if you want to know the correct response, I suggest you keep watching. If you are in the bathroom during the time of an active shooter situation and you know which wing of the school that the shooter is in, it is okay for you to scan the hallways and make a run for it if safe. However, you may not always know which wing of the school that the shooter is in. If you're dealing with this situation, you should enter a bathroom stall, lock the doors, and stand on top of the toilet. You should remain quiet until you hear a supervisor or a police officer enter the bathroom and tell you it's okay to leave. You should never go out into the hallways if you don't know which wing of the school that the shooter is in, because you don't want to run out into the hallways where the shooter could possibly be. Also, some teachers will allow you to enter their classrooms if they see you coming out the bathroom. This isn't always the case though, so I'm using this as a last option. Being in the hallways is probably a really scary scenario if you're in an active shooter situation. To be frank, there aren't too many logical things to do besides try and make a run for it and exit the school. Also, if you're in the hallways when they announce that there's an active shooter in the school, you may try and enter another teacher's classroom. Before I start, I just want to apologize because this is not the best presentation of what to do in a lunchroom situation. But if you are in the lunchroom during the time of an active shooter situation, it is important that you evacuate into the serving area efficiently and calmly. Lunch ladies or adult supervisors must then pull down the barricades and shut all doors. Stay quiet until further instruction. Again, I apologize for the bad camera quality, but if you are in the auditorium during the time of a lockdown, you must go to the sound room or hide somewhere else on the stage. Now, I saved this one for last because I figured most of you guys have been in an active shooter situation in a classroom and you guys probably already know what to do. I apologize for this presentation not being the best, but I hope you guys get the gist of it. If you are in the classroom during the time of an active shooter situation, it is important that your teacher goes to lock the door, barricade it, and turn off the lights. Your teacher then must close all the blinds. If you are a student, it is important that you drop to the floor where nobody can see you. You must remain quiet until your teacher gives you further instruction or if a supervisor comes to your door and unlocks it.